How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Fast Hands Gaming. I'm your boy Fast, and we are back on Clash of Beasts today. And as you can tell from the title, I wanted to cover the current nerfs to Season 1. Also, kind of wanted to just briefly mention some stuff from Season 0 of the Beasts, and then talk about the season real quick. So first off, let's talk about the current nerfs that have happened in-game. So Quetz and Jag both have what's called adaptable nature. That is the toggle between beam resist and projectile resist. Typically, you could click on that really easily. It didn't have a very long cooldown. It gave you mana. It let you obviously take a lot less damage. Majority of the time, people were just leaving it on the projectile and were walking through bases. Because guess what? We only have 2 really good projectile towers in this game. And when you can't die from a razor tower, you're gonna walk any base. So what they did was that now will give you less mana, has a longer cooldown, and you still will actually take a little bit of damage. It's still a really good ability. It still does help, but it does mean that you have to play around a little bit more. You can't just hop through a base and hope for the best and not have to think. Next, Infernal Dive, which is Quetz's big attack, AoE attack. Super good, especially when you combined it with Awakened Fury. Does a lot of damage. Typically, you're going to be taking about 6-ish towers, depending on what you were hitting. They have reduced that to only 4 towers now. So it's not bad. Still not bad. If you can take out 4 towers and they all go away, that's still a really good ability. However, what they did do was the duration of the boost in energy as a rogue. That means that unlimited stamina, that was also reduced. It's still, but if you're fast enough, you can still tap down towers. So I know a lot of people are saying Quetz is absolute crap now. Here's the thing that they did say, is that now all of the Season Beasts are supposed to be at the level that you are hitting a base. They need to be basically what they said. You have to be at this level to take this level base. So you can't just take a level 18 and beat a level 100 base now. You actually have to grind up the levels. So right now from Season 0, the only thing that was really able to take out max level bases currently is a level 44 Malik. That is the highest tier or highest beast from that season that I'm aware of. I don't know many people who have anything up to that level yet, mainly because Season 0 had you just needed a lot of XP, and it took a long time. So if you have a level 44 from Season 0, and we're in Season 2 now, that should explain to you the amount of XP needed. Now, it kind of covers Quetz. Now, I do feel that don't give up on Quetz yet. I think Quetz, to continue to strive and be good, I think you're going to probably have to push him into the 40s to take max level bases, even defended. So it's really going to be up to the players at this point, what beasts they want to push and what they want to just toss to the side. I still have hope in Quetz. I'm going to push him. I'm not going to put XP potions into him, but I'm going to push him, and hopefully he can continue to do well. I do know that from flying with some people on my team, if you're not utilizing the skills, you can't be afraid to use the skills because you don't know when you're going to need them. If you're just saving skills, you're going to probably die because you're not just attacking and playing. Especially for Quetz, you have to constantly have him healing. That's just, you got to plan around every corner. You got to just be ready for it. And that's just my personal opinion. I really still like Quetz. He's only level 25, so I know some people have him a lot higher, and like I said, end of the day, it's going to be up to you. Anna, I'm still kind of playing with. Honestly, the gameplay is kind of slow for me. I still like her. I feel like she still does decent, but you can definitely tell that she was somehow hit harder. I don't know if it's just because I'm sure, like I said with Quetz, maybe because she's just so low level, but I have noticed that she does, even with her going under the ground and popping back up, it's definitely doing a lot less damage to towers, and you're no longer just, blowing them up. So between the two of them, I still would probably push Quetz over Anna. but that's just me. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the two mythics. So first off, I'm going to go over Tantalus, because I know a lot of people didn't necessarily get him or aren't really pushing him. I feel Tantalus is actually really strong still. They only did pretty much one tiny nerf, which is just the bleed effect, which is still really good because, it's one of the first creatures in this game that has that effect. And the fact that it can still do damage over time and they just reduced it a little bit. I mean, 2 swipes and usually you're going to kill a tower, even with the bleed effect. So I still feel Tantalus is really good. Again, the only problem I have is the fact that you have to be close. So if you're not careful with your skills, again, and you aren't paying attention, it can still die. But as of right now, I kind of feel Tantalus is really strong. I feel like it's stronger than the other 3 legendaries from that season, and I think it can still do really well. But only time will tell, like I said. What people have to start realizing is Season 1 and this season, and I'm guessing every season going forward, to really hit high-level bases, you're going to have to really grind and push those levels. You're talking easily in the 30s and 40s, which is really hard for a lot of players. Because guess what? It's a lot of XP. Speaking from Season 0, like I said, at level 44 Malik, and it took him, I know the player, I know how hard he grinded it. It's one of his favorite creatures. And with all the grinding he did with that, to still only not even have a max level at 50, that does say a lot about the XP needed for these seasoned beasts, which I will cover here in a few minutes. I just want to kind of keep covering all of the nerfs to all the creatures. So then, let's go ahead and talk about everyone's favorite cat in the game, loved by all, the Jag. Now this is level 39. She is technically the first tier 7 beast in the game, at least for me. I don't know if anyone else has her close to this level yet. I haven't asked. But I can say that when I was taking her, and this kind of, again, covers the dev team needing to probably fix the amount of XP needed in beasts, from level 35 to this level, you're looking at about almost 8 to 9 million XP. The level that really hurt was level 38. It was 5.48 million XP. And as you can see here, she's dropped back down to almost about 494. Which isn't bad in any sort of way. That's actually really easy to grind out. But 5.48 million XP for one level, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That needs to be fixed, and I understand that that's how they're going to be doing it. But if you want players to be able to finish these beasts, which is what a lot of people want to do, I think going forward with the game, everyone should be able to max a season beast before the end of the season. If you are regularly playing, not you necessarily putting XP potions into the beast. I think if you're just regularly playing, especially with Raid Wars, everyone should be able to max at least one of them. So that's what I'm going to say is what needs to be fixed. Currently, I think nerfs or whatever. Jag is really good, so I have no doubt that she is still probably the best creature in the game, even with the nerfs. I mean, she still got hit with the adaptable nature. Her Revitalize also got hit, so now she heals less HP, and it takes longer. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people were like, is she so good? Yes, but you have to have her at this current level, I feel, to take endgame bases. And that's just how it's going to be. So that's going to be up to the dev team to, if they're going to make balances, they also need to make balances to the XP. Because I'm all for balancing the game, but you need balanced XP requirements as well. Because again, a lot of people were saying that they would like to see Season 0 and or any season come back potentially at some point and it's like special packs. You know what? I think that would be great. I think that would definitely be a way for people who want to even just collect, get everything in the game. My problem is, first off, again, the amount of XP. No one's going to want to get Season 0 Beasts and then have to spend XP potions and grind just to get it to level 22. No one's going to want to do that. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be enjoyable. And I think it's going to get people burnt out really fast. So if the dev team decides to go through and release past season beasts to people with packs, first off, reduce the cost of all season beasts from season 0 going forward by a lot. And you know which levels are going to be the most high costing because you guys have made those levels. So I'd say, like, specifically, say 2 seasons from now, we get Jag back in the pack. Don't make level 38 5.48 million XP. Make it 2. I mean, that's not hard. Let people enjoy getting a brand new beast and taking it. The next thing I would say is later on, and I know we shouldn't be talking about what's coming potentially later on in the game because it's so new, but we also always need to be thinking ahead, especially if we're going to bring old content to new content. If we get new towers, and those towers are harder hitting than Razor towers, better with super shots than barrel towers, whatever we get, then the dev team, I do feel you will need to potentially upgrade certain skills, go back through, and if you made nerfs, you may have to, at the time, if you make it harder for people to hit bases or better towers, and you're going to sell people stuff that's not necessarily any good anymore, you're going to have to go through and you're going to have to rework the beast. So while I think it's a good idea to bring back old seasons, I think it's going to be a balancing act of, okay, so we just put out a brand new tower. This tower does X amount of damage. It just blows everything out of the water. Let's go ahead and release Season 0 because Season 0, oh, wow, everything's just dying instantly. Yeah, people are going to be pissed. Hands down. And the whole point is to make people happy, continue the progress of the game, and that's what we wanted to see happen. Now, with this current season, I did finally get this guy to level 19. At level 19, he is able to hit level 85 training base. She. I can even show you. She's not bad. Not having it level 19, that last skill is definitely going to always be really prevalent in these season beasts. We'll see how well she does. I know from just testing today, it's not bad. My problem with her is it does feel kind of slow. And fortunately, with her ability with her shield, it can be really hard to get through a whole base with the shield intact, especially if you're going to have people with super shots coming at you. So just be mindful if you get her like that. I do like her ground attack. It has a decent amount of range. I will also say right now, anyone who's backing someone with this thing on the very last island, don't use your ground slam attack because you're going to kill the main island, and then the person who's backing you isn't going to be able to help it jump in and get their XP as well. So just keep that in mind. That's something I learned running with her. So as you can see, she's not bad. And mind you, this is just a training base. This is just a level 85. But level 19, a level 85 training base, that's better than what she was doing on level 90. So yeah, I do definitely like the ground attack, and I do like the fact that we can increase damage and reduce damage. So I think, it's going to be up to the players at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I don't have the bird yet because I really wanted to get her to... Honestly, I want to get all the keys for her first, and then I'll worry about getting the bird. But as you can see, it's not bad. Level 85, about 1910. We got about level 27 towers, 26, 27, a few 17s, 19s. So it's not exactly the most crazy strong base, but it is what it is. So remember, guys, going forward, my biggest piece of advice is all the seasons come out, I feel like you're probably with the legendaries going to want to only pick one legendary and push that one legendary. Obviously, you're going to have to get all three if you want to get both mythics. But at the end of the day, if people are really wanting to get something at max level and at level 50, you're really going to want to pick one legendary and just hope that other content creators, anyone who's pushing hard, can give you the advice that you want on which one is going to be best for you and your play style. I am going to probably keep pushing her. I'm going to hopefully get the bird this next week. I doubt I will probably be able to get the mythic when it first drops, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Remember, play the beast that you want to play. Don't just give up. They've made it so now you have to legit grind levels and get high enough to beat certain bases. Again, so very end of the story. Jag's still good. I think Tantalus is still good. I feel Quetz is worth still trying to play over Anna, and then the frog is the frog. So people are still going to keep playing the frog because it's the frog. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time.